Let me tell you something most men never hear, but it changes everything once you understand it. After years of observing relationships, one truth becomes painfully clear. Most men are trying, but they're trying in the wrong way. Not because they're careless, not because they don't love deeply, but because no one ever taught them the silent language that truly connects a man to a woman. There's no guidebook handed to you growing up. No mentor who sits you down and says, "This is how you reach her, not just physically but emotionally." And the truth? Even many women struggle to explain it clearly themselves. They feel it deeply, but they don't always say it out loud. So men are left guessing. And over time, guessing turns into distance. You see it everywhere, couples living in the same home, sharing the same bed, yet feeling miles apart. Not because love is gone, but because connection has gone silent. Here's the deeper truth most men overlook. A woman does not separate touch from meaning. To her, every small action asks a question without words. Am I safe? Am I seen? Do I still matter to you? And her body answers before her mind ever does. If the answer feels like yes, she softens, she opens, and she moves closer. If the answer feels like uncertainty, she pulls away quietly, instinctively. Not to punish you, but to protect herself. This is where Stoic masculinity enters. Not as force, not as dominance, but as calm awareness. Because a strong man does not rush. A grounded man does not demand. A wise man understands presence as power. I once heard a woman say something that stayed with me. I don't need perfection. I just need him to slow down long enough to actually feel me. That sentence alone can rebuild a relationship. So let's go deeper. There are simple, often ignored places, small points of connection, that carry powerful emotional meaning. Not because of technique, but because of intention. The first is the back of the neck, right where the hair begins. This is where stress quietly lives, where the weight of the day settles, responsibilities, worries, unspoken tension. Most men ignore it completely. But a calm, gentle touch here, slow, patient, without force, signals something deeper than words. I'm here. You can relax. When done with awareness, her breathing slows. Her body begins to trust again. Not because you did something impressive, but because you did something intentional. The second is the space between the shoulder blades. Think of it as the place where invisible burdens sit. A simple, steady hand there, no movement, no pressure, communicates something powerful. You don't have to carry everything alone. This is Stoic strength in action. Not loud, not dramatic, just present. And presence, when consistent, rebuilds emotional safety faster than words ever could. The third is the hands. Most people underestimate this completely. Holding hands is not about contact, it's about attention. A distracted grip means nothing, but a slow, mindful touch, tracing her fingers, moving gently across her palm, speaks directly to her emotional world. Her hands represent how she gives, how she nurtures, how she expresses care. When you hold them with intention, she feels understood. And understanding is what most people are silently craving. The fourth is a subtle one, the area just behind the ear, below the jawline. It's not obvious. That's why it matters. This space requires closeness, focus, stillness. A light touch here doesn't feel demanding. It feels attentive. It tells her, I notice the details about you. And being truly noticed? That's one of the deepest emotional needs in any long-term connection. But here's the key, don't rush it. If trust isn't strong, this moment won't land. Patience is part of masculine discipline. The fifth is the inner leg near the knee, far from anything intimate. This is important, because what matters here is not desire, it's restraint. A slow, respectful touch in this area communicates something rare. I want closeness without pressure. That message alone can restore comfort in a relationship that feels rushed or disconnected. The sixth is the lower back. This is the physical center of support in the body. Placing your hand here, especially from behind, creates a deep subconscious signal. I've got you. Not control, not ownership, just steady presence. And when a woman feels supported, not controlled, she naturally relaxes into that space. Finally, the seventh and most overlooked is the lower abdomen. Not in a sexual way, but in a grounded, respectful, slow presence. This area is deeply tied to emotional regulation. When approached with calm energy and zero urgency, it signals something powerful. I respect your space. I value you as a whole. And that's rare, because most men rush. But a Stoic man understands. What is rushed is rarely trusted. Now step back and see the pattern. None of these actions are complicated. None require special skill. But almost all require something most people struggle with: slowness, presence, awareness. And that's where relationships begin to fade. Not from lack of love, but from lack of attention. Over time, people stop reaching out. They assume. They get busy. They forget. And slowly, silence replaces connection. Two people become roommates. Not enemies. Not strangers. Just disconnected. But here's the powerful truth. It doesn't take grand gestures to fix this. It takes small, consistent moments of real presence. A calm hand. A quiet touch. A moment without expectation. Because real connection is not built through intensity. It's built through consistency. Research supports this. Couples who maintain simple, non-demanding physical connection, touch without expectation, report stronger emotional bonds, even during difficult periods. Why? Because safety comes first. And without safety, nothing deeper can grow. So here's your challenge. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Start today. Walk up calmly. Place your hand gently on her neck, her back, or her hand. Say nothing. Expect nothing. Just be present and observe. Because a Stoic man doesn't chase reactions. He creates conditions. And when the conditions are right, a connection returns naturally. Remember this. The problem is rarely lack of love. It's lack of expression. Not through words, but through quiet, intentional action. Slow down. Be aware. Let your presence speak. Because sometimes the strongest thing a man can do is simply being there, fully, calmly, without rush. And that kind of presence, it doesn't just change relationships. It transforms them.